Nigeria is a nation with so much happening within it. And if you have a poor understanding of history, or you only resort to listening to the mainstream media within Nigeria and relying on newspapers, you would have a false understanding of what is really going on. Nigeria can best be understood on a simple level by dividing Nigeria into two sides, northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. Interestingly enough, in as much as it is best that Nigeria is split into two due to a lot of factors, that option doesn't really seem to take preeminence, probably because of other factors. Primarily the factor that those in the south do not all agree with each other or see themselves as one. They just agree that they share more similarities than differences compared to those in the north. Now, many strategies are being carried out by those in northern Nigeria. One of them is the continuous splitting of their states, thereby creating a situation where there are more states in northern Nigeria than southern Nigeria. And that also means the government has to focus on different states and more money allotted to those in the different northern parts of Nigeria, because there are now more states that the federal government has to take care of, and all those states are in the north. One of the states in the north, Niger, is now being brought forward to be split into two. That will further increase the number of states in Nigeria and also increase the number of the allotment of the national cake that has to go to the north. So far, Sokoto splits, and as well as other old states in northern Nigeria since the 70s have split. That has not been done in the south, and it might be impossible to do so because of the cluster of tribes and their disagreements. The north are more strategic with their planning than the south. Keep in mind that if the sharing of the national cake is done based on population, which it is not, then the problem or the strategy of increasing the number of states to get more money will not be viable. Lagos has the largest population, and that goes without saying. If the allotment of the national cake was based on population, then Lagos will get way more of the national cake than any other part of Nigeria. There is also the issue of the fact that the place where majority of the oil comes from, the Niger Delta region, gets 0% of the national cake. It only gets the crumbs that fall from the table of the national cake. And that is where majority of the money and wealth of Nigeria comes from. Naturally, that is going to change after the commencement of the Dangote refinery. Nigeria is basically plagued by too many ignorant people in power, too many uneducated people, too many incapable people Too many people who don't know, who act and believe that they know, occupying positions of power and basically running the nation into the ground, creating new problems every day that are positioned, whether intentionally or unintentionally, to only get bigger and to explode with time. The solution of these problems is quite simple. Christians creating strategies to take over those positions of power, because it is only when we are in authority and in power that we can expect light and peace and prosperity and wisdom. If fools and ignorant people and incompetent people are in power, it is foolishness to expect anything but disaster to be created. Wise men cannot sit back and be ruled by fools. It makes one question the wisdom of the so-called wise in such a scenario. Why would a wise man sit back and let a fool rule him, expecting the fool to drive the ship in the direction of prosperity, peace, joy, and to a brighter future? That is not what is going to happen. That is why it's extremely important for Christians to develop strategies, to be involved in governments, and to take over governments for the good of everybody. That is the only way that everybody would actually stand a chance to be happy. Those who will complain are those who will be in the midst of prosperity but listening to demons and trying to ruin it for everybody by trying to suggest what they think are solutions or a better way, but it's actually chaos. However, it is better to be afflicted by ignorant people while surrounded by prosperity with everyone else than for one to be surrounded with poverty and to be at the mercy of the rulership of fools, ignorance, and idiots who are creating even more poverty.